Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Gamers Breakfast. My name is SkojSkull, and I got with me my co-host Jalbagel with our segment called SnackBreak.
Howdy.
How we doing? Dude, I pulled off an intro. What the fuck?
You did. Congrats. Oh my gosh, you did it. And I was 100% expecting you to fuck with me. And when I was giving you the finger, I thought you were just gonna be like, was that it?
Nope.
But no, you just did it. You just did it.
I'm being nice
that's how
and
you want me to do it.
Unlike you, who are just like, oh, that was the thing. Oh, that was what that was. Okay. So anyways.
So that's how you want me to do it.
No.
Right?
Well, wait.
Oh. Well, okay. Do
what?
You said no.
What?
Exactly. Perfect.
No. Wait.
And we're good. So we're back from vacation.
Yes.
Woo! Yay!
Oh
back
my goodness.
Vacation.
Yes.
I somehow got paler while we were gone.
My lighting makes it look like I got tanned every day, so I just leave it at that because I absolutely get tanned every day. I go outside all the time.
Constantly.
Outside burning.
Yeah. the trip was good. For those of you that don't know, Skoy and I and a bunch of others went to San Diego to meet up for TwitchCon. Didn't actually go to TwitchCon proper, but still got to meet a lot of people that were also in San Diego for the event,
which was a good thing.
which was a good thing. And hey, we can talk about that. Oh boy, we can talk about that. Actually, that's a great thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a great thing to talk about.
Holy shit.
I had so many pinned tweets.
So for those that don't know, like Jalbagel, I, Brimstone, a lot of our group of friends, Johnny, Yami, who organized like the whole
oh gosh.
We could not do it without him. We could not do it without him. Like, I would not want to drive in that beast of a tank that he drove in. Absolutely.
I wanted to drive it.
No.
Just not in California.
No. That's so bad.
Dude, all of their highways do this. They go up and down so much. It's crazy.
Yeah,
they just go over mountains. Like, hey, that mountain right there, we got to go over that. It's like, what? Just go under it or through it or next to it.
Just come to New Hampshire. We have a lot of hills for you. Way more hills than California.
I don't want it.
We also have nothing.
Yeah, there's also nothing else there.
Yeah, but like we had an amazing time with a lot of our friends there, and it was like a large group of friends. It was like 10 people in one Airbnb.
Oh yeah,
that was amazing. Awesome. Oh my goodness,
it was so cool. Whew.
It was so
and
nice.
It was for a lot of us. It was the first time that we were meeting each other, and we had a podcast about this, about parasocial relationships and relationships online, and that kind of that barrier that you have to break down when you go from meeting your online friends in person, and how sketchy that can be or how scary that can be. But for a lot of us, it was the first time that we were meeting each other, and yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, Skoy, but I had a really good time. And it was nice to be able to trust everybody there too.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's like the biggest thing. It was just like, I mean, I feel like we're probably all crazy. It's like, hey,
yeah, we're all actually insane.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I flew all the way down to visit my girlfriend Liz in like Canada. Just be like, hey, I could die here. It's fine. I flew to California with like 8 other people that I had never met before. It's fine.
It's fine. No, but it was a really good trip.
Yeah. No.
And what was your favorite part of the trip? You can't say when we went to Little Tokyo in Los Angeles.
That was amazing though. I think it was absolutely just being able to just see every one of you for the first time and hug you guys. I think that was like the biggest thing for me, honestly. Like, that was like every time like you guys have mentioned like, I can't wait to see you guys, I can't wait to fucking hug you guys. Just like,
I need to touch you. In a consensual, appropriate
way. Absolutely. But no, I that's like a huge deal for me, is like, I guess, physical affection. Is that what like the right word for it? Yeah.
Just that physicality of relationships. No, trust me, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Especially like living almost entirely online and also post-COVID, right? Post-quarantine, you know, a lot of us did develop that kind of that social anxiety or social desire, right? That touch starvedness.
Because this right now, like, I'm in New Hampshire, and Jal's in Florida. This fucking sucks.
What? Oh, yeah, you're right. I am in Florida.
No, no, that's not what I meant. I meant like the distance between us. I can't go outside and just be like, hey, I'll see you like a Chipotle in a minute kind of thing. But
I'd be sick.
Oh, that'd be
you
fucking
are now
amazing.
moving to the other side of the universe, so you're only gonna make it worse.
Yeah, but no, like it fucking sucks. It's just
it does.
Because for me, it's just like whenever I'm talk with someone, one of my friends online, and everything, I always tell them it's like I hate making friends online, and they're like, what? And it's
Hates
like
friends. Hates all of his friends.
I mean it in the sense where it's just like the distance kills me. It literally kills me because I love being able to like give people hugs. I love being able to like just talk to them in person is like huge for me. And just
it was definitely a different experience too.
It really was. Like the moment I entered the Airbnb at the house, Brim was right there. He just gave me the biggest hug. Everyone picked me up and just threw me around.
Yeah, you're like tall, but you're surprisingly light.
Yeah, I'm like 180.
That was the really funny thing because like you could just grab Skoy and he weighs every bit of
paper
a little bit and you just lift him up.
Yeah, you really did. Oh my fucking god. Also, I did not expect this. There's a lot more nipple touching than ass smacking, and I was very surprised.
But we don't need to tell them about the orgy that happened. I'm kidding.
We watched that episode for the boys, so for the orgy.
Oh my gosh. I'm not watching that show. I can't do it.
No, I would definitely not recommend it. You're just like, I'm not a big fan of gore stuff. I'm like, good, we're not recommending you that. We're just showing you this scene, which was like the orgy episode in The Boys, which was...
Show you the orgy episode in The Boys.
I just kept looking back at Jal, and he was like, what the fuck am I watching? I'm like, porn, but for entertainment purposes. Not saying that porn is not for entertainment. Anyways, that's like a totally different side tangent.
Welcome back to Podcast Skoy. Where have you been?
Oh, man, I hear.
Yeah, right.
Also, we haven't been able to do shorts mostly because we're trying to recuperate ourselves. I also been like working weekends like for 2 weeks in a row now.
And I've been very lazy.
So that's the reason why I'm kidding.
No, I've had ample time to do things, and all of my downtime right now has just been me existing.
Well, I mean, I feel like we need that too, because it's just like I haven't really had that myself. Like next weekend, I'm gonna have that as a blob weekend, because like holy shit, I'm gonna work on stuff still, but like not,
not push yourself, not like time crunch yourself. Yeah, no, I've really enjoyed just kind of like cruising for the last 2 weeks, getting myself back into streaming, and excuse me, getting back into that rhythm.
Yeah.
Because I was not in it when we got back. Like I got back and I was like, okay, do I stream this week? Absolutely not.
No.
So I took the next like 3 days off still, and didn't start streaming until the following week, and it was, oh my gosh, it's been a while since I haven't been like pressured to do anything, and so I didn't know what to do with my evenings because I didn't want to like edit, I didn't want to make TikToks, I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to work. And so I was like just kind of sitting around like, what do I do? I have all this free time, I don't know what to do.
I don't know, like that's not sad, it's just like it's a
mentality that we get into.
Yeah, we're so like involved in what we do with like content, editing videos, editing shorts, streaming, scheduling the streams, fucking just like everything. And it's just you're just in this state where just like, do I continue watching Naruto or do I? Oh man, how far are you with that?
I finished like 4 shows. What, Naruto? I finished it. Now I need to watch Shippuden.
What? Oh, have you not been watching Shippuden?
No, it's not on Netflix, and that's a lot of effort. So
it's on Crunchyroll. You have my login information. Fucking log that shit in and watch it.
Yeah, I know. I need to put Crunchyroll on the big TV though.
Yeah,
it's so much effort.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it next. That's coming next.
Do it. And once you do that, you can watch Demon Slayer.
Oh shit! Yeah, I do need to watch season 2 of that.
It's actually really fucking
There's
good.
a lot that I need to watch. Because I also wanted to watch Ruby. Ruby's new anime on Crunchyroll is out.
Yep.
I did want to watch that. I did want to watch that. And then I watched all of I don't know if you know it, Bee and Puppy Cat. I watched all of that.
I've been watching Tiger and Bunny, but I have not heard about that.
Bee and Puppy Cat it was an online webcomic turned like shorts thing, and then it got bought to be turned into a show. And so they made a Netflix original show for it, and it is for young adults, but it's like this incredibly like cutesy style. It makes me want to fucking throw up how cute it is. It's awesome. But it has a really good story to it, really good representation in it, and just amazingly relatable, just like dialogue. Yeah, it's so good.
That sounds amazing.
It was a lot of fun. So if you guys are on the fence about watching Bee and Puppy Cat, 100% recommend.
Go for it.
Skoj, what's your show recommendation of the week?
Of the week, I'm currently watching Trigun, and it's been an absolute blast.
Yes.
It's been really good.
Yes.
Like it has
So
the
good.
same similar story like telling in a way as like Cowboy Bebop. Because it's like you have a protagonist that you don't know much about, but you start learning more about him as the time goes on, and you learn about their actual goals and ambitions and why they're doing the things that they're doing right now. So it's really interesting, and I absolutely love it. It's really fucking good.
So good.
I'm getting to like the juicy parts of it right now too.
When I watched it, because like the lines for me kind of blur a little bit, because when I watched Trigun, and then I immediately watched Cowboy Bebop, and there are parts of both shows that I think are part of the
same universe.
I crossed the wires, so I need to rewatch them in a really bad way. But Trigun's so good.
They're both so fucking good. But yeah, I agree. Like they're
very similar shows.
They're very similar shows, and they're also like in the same like time. They're built into the future.
Yeah, it's like this 90s aesthetic pseudo futurism where they're still using like cassette tapes, and you're like, but this is the future. It's so cool. I love it.
I absolutely love it. It's a vibe. Like I don't know, like you see those like GIFs online on Twitter especially, where it's just like they show like just small things about like them putting cassette tape into a thing or something like that. Just the aesthetically appealing looking things, so you could just like watch forever and just stare at it. It's just visually
killer aesthetic.
Yeah, you're just like, wow. I could just see him put a VHS tape into a the player
into the spaceship.
Yeah. But
we were talking about TwitchCon.
Yeah, I think the big thing I wanted to go over about TwitchCon was like post TwitchCon, or I guess con, but post vacation where you're seeing it. Depression.
Yeah,
it's real.
Yeah, post-con, post-vacation depression. Oh yeah, it is real and a half. I sent that tweet to all of you guys, right?
I think so. Yeah, you have. Like it's been hitting Liz and I really hard as well, because it was just like, well, it's been hitting us really hard because it's just like we were together with a group of 10 people that were amazing friends of ours, and just there was so much love in the house. Like when I fucking went to the restroom when I was going to bed a little earlier than you guys, and I was walking back, like just hearing the atmosphere, like just hearing you guys talk downstairs, even though it's like muffled, I don't have any idea what you guys are saying, just hearing like sudden laughter here and there or something like that. It's comforting. It's so comforting. Like I felt like I was at home. Like and in my head, I'm just like, we could have a streamer house, but then I'm just like immediately no.
Yeah,
it's one of those times where you're just like
neighborhood.
I would love that. That would be awesome.
Adjacent cities. I like living alone.
Yeah, me too, dude. Fuck it. I would never do a streamer house because I was thinking about it. I'm just like the immediate thought is just like it'd be cool. We could be around each other and just be like, all right, this is what I want to do for con, this is what I want to do for that. But at the same time, it's literally just like the immediate thought afterwards is just like there's no privacy.
Oh yeah, no, that's all gone.
Zero privacy.
Yep. But, I mean, we could have like streamer office, right, where we all work and collab in the same place. Like that would be awesome, right? But like that becomes like a production studio kind of thing, and then you get bought out by big HBO or something.
Oh my gosh.
I'm making a joke about Rooster Teeth.
But no, it's real, and it's been affecting all of us pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the first few days I got back, it's just getting back to, I guess, to normal, and just being back to my busy schedule, which just like work, get home, write script, work out, fucking try to schedule a stream for the next few days. It's a lot. There's a lot that's involved. Look for jobs for Canada. So it's been a lot, but it's just like just being back into it immediately. Like I wished I took an extra day off when I came back from vacation, because I was at work, I was exhausted, I was so fucking tired.
Yeah.
But
because immediately after San Diego, I then flew to San Francisco to go visit a friend, and then was in San Francisco for 3 days, and that was an entirely different experience. I remember when I got home, the next day when I got home, because I had to work that day, I woke up at like 10 or something like that, because I had to work that evening. Yeah. I woke up, and it was really jarring not hearing anybody else in the house. Yeah. It really was. Though even though I was like used to, or even on the trip, like I was the first one up every day. But it was just like sitting there
not
and
feeling
knowing that
anyone around.
Yeah.
You know
no
what
one
I mean?
else is there. It was different. It was strange. It really did like kind of, because I've always been very, self-sufficient, self-centric, selfish. Like I have been, Yeah. And so like I've always been fine with living alone, but that trip was different for sure. Like, it was really good.
I think it topped my Monster Hunter Fest trip for sure, for me at least.
Better have. I was at this one actually.
But no, I also got to meet a lot of my friends that I met at the Festa, and it was just it was very surreal. I got to meet Jitsu again. I got to see like people for the first time at Karada, Nagiri Rune, Zero Night, which there was a lot of people that were like shocked by my height. Like
you're tall.
I scared
no
so
one was
many
prepared
people.
for that.
Yeah, I ran into Karada, I gave him a hug, and he had just like, he didn't really hug me back. He kind of just staring at me. He was like, what? Zero Night, I didn't realize how short she was, but she was fairly short, and she was looking up like, she was like, oh my god. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Dude, I was so shocked about how tall Rune was.
He was almost taller than me. I think he is taller than me.
Yeah, Nagiri and Rune, he is taller than you. Yeah, when I was like,
I thought the height difference was the opposite. I was just like,
what? You say that too. It's like, I don't know why everyone thinks that, Nagiri's taller than me, but it's like, holy shit, dude. I think it's
you. Yeah, I think it's like literally like the way people sit, and they have their cameras angled too.
How they have their cameras.
That's like a huge thing when it comes to a lot of this. It's just like people can think you're really tall, but you're actually really short. It's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta get that right camera angle so everyone thinks you're just massive.
How did I actually look? Like, did you predict me to be taller than you? I did not predict you to be that tall.
I expected you to be about the same height as me, and we're like very close to the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of what I expected, was you to be about the same height. I knew Johnny was gonna be shorter. Well, I met Johnny and Green before, right? But like even when I met them for the first time,
yeah, Jones,
like I expected them to be shorter.
Jones and Turtle,
Jones,
I predicted to be like the height that they were at. I was just like,
yeah,
I see that. And Johnny, I thought like was the height I thought he would be at. I thought he would be a tiny bit shorter, maybe. I'm not sure.
Carol's so little.
I know.
Yami is so little.
I expected her to be around the same height as Liz. Did you expect Liz to be that tall? Or short?
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Short, tall, height. Yes, I expected Liz to be that height. The only person that, like, legitimately, the only person that kind of caught me off guard height-wise was you for a second. But I expected you to be tall.
You
just
fucking
like
tackled me out of that truck.
I tackled the brim too. Okay, so when they pulled up in the truck, I went outside and like everyone was there. I started giving everyone hugs, and when I gave Brim a hug, he wasn't ready for me to literally like bear hug him, and then he lost his footing, and the driveway was like a little bit sloped, and then we both just fell over.
That's awesome. There was a lot of people I wish I got the chance to meet. It was like there was Tuner, there was there was a few other people. I wish I got a picture with Nigiri and Rune. There was Mr. Pip Darty, which is a good friend of mine. There was King Kong Wrong. There was quite a few people. Like I said this on Twitter as well. It's just like I got a lot of pictures with everyone. I got to meet a lot of people, but there was like so many other people I wish I got to meet.
Apparently, when at one point, because we did our meetup at Dave and Buster's. Apparently, Citrusine was there too, and
yes, she was.
Didn't even we literally were standing next to each other, and we didn't even say hi to each other.
I didn't get the chance to take it. I got a picture with her, but someone else's camera.
Yeah, and then Knight was like, "Wait, did you say hi to Jal? Like he just left," and she was like, "Jal was here."
That's so fucking funny. We got to meet a lot of our friends. I got to meet Nightside there awesome. As well. Fucking love the guy.
Blessed boy.
Yes.
Blessed boy indeed.
Holy shit. He can breakdance apparently? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was just like, all right. Like he had a whole crowd around him. I was like, all right.
Every time that I'm like, man, Nightside's like just so good at doing literally anything. He finds something else. Like I discover something else that he is also insanely good at. And it's like, he can't stop. He's so good at everything.
Yep. Good lord.
But I would say like a lot of that attributes to the fact that we didn't go to Prawn Copper is what I was about to say.
Went to PornCon.
Con proper. We didn't go to the actual TwitchCon. We were just in San Diego, right? Yeah. And because of that, it made doing meetups a little bit harder, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because like if you're at the con for 2 days and other people are too, the odds of you running into each other are astronomically higher, right? It's so much easier to set up the time and just be like, hey, I'm next to the Capcom booth, come over and say hi, like that's stupid easy.
Yeah, exactly.
What we did was a little bit harder to do like meetups with, which is expected, but was what we were comfortable with.
The reason why we didn't go was mostly because of the mask mandate, and we weren't really agreeing with a lot of we also weren't really agreeing with a lot of what Twitch was doing, so we kind of just did it to, I guess, boycott in a way, kind of.
Not even. Well, because we planned the trip, dude.
We planned to go to TwitchCon.
We were ready to go to TwitchCon. We were all set to go to TwitchCon. We booked the Airbnb. We got our flights. We scheduled the car rentals. We did everything, and the only thing that we were waiting for was tickets to come out. And when tickets came out, they said, "And here's our health guidance: no restrictions." And we're like, that doesn't feel good for us. No. So we can still go to San Diego. And we were planning on going, and I personally wouldn't look at it as boycotting.
No.
Because it is still because I don't want to say that, right? Because like if next year they come around and COVID's feeling a little bit nicer and people are a lot more comfortable, like I'll still go to it, I
don't know for
me. It's mostly I'm not going to it for TwitchCon. I would literally go to it for a single day to meet people.
Yeah.
It is a much more convenient way to meet people and to do a little bit of networking and because that's the big part of it that we did miss out on. The Capcom's creator booth was there. Do Good Points was there, which was a company that I really wanted to like go and interact with.
That's huge and everything. But you're partnered, so you automatically get like half off for all your tickets and everything. So for me,
it's still like a $40 ticket.
Yeah, but for me, I have to pay like over $100 like for a ticket.
I'll buy your ticket.
Okay, I'm going.
But that's like the thing. Like, if it came down to fucking money, dude, we were doing that. But it didn't. This time, it didn't come down to money. I just think too. Like, I really liked the way that we did it, but it felt like an us trip, not like a big meeting trip like we were kind of anticipating. But not to say that took away from it, because it absolutely didn't. Just us hanging out was amazing in every facet of it. But we did kind of miss that part of getting to see everybody and being on the con floor and stuff like that. But we did it for safety and health reasons, right?
Yeah.
Because they did put in mask restrictions.
Sorry, go on.
They did put in the mask restrictions, but there was a lot of accounts over that weekend of both attendees and even staff just not obeying the mask restriction at all. They're saying that there was maybe a 70% compliance with masks and no one was really enforcing it. And that was the thing that we were worried about, because they're like, well, we're enforcing it, but we aren't, you don't have to have proof of vaccination or anything like that. It's like, I don't like, that's not comfy. That's not good.
There have been people that have been getting COVID as well after that event.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
But weird how that happens. You go to a thing with all these people with literally no restrictions or anything, and well, but I mean, it is what it is, right? And you know, you. But like I said, like I don't see it personally as boycotting. Just like this event wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Because of that, and so. But would I consider going to another one in the future? Absolutely. Especially because they're looking at not hosting it in San Diego again. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're either looking to something more central, which I think the conversation was Texas. But that's a little bit easier to travel to, you know, for everyone in the world, right?
Yeah.
Or at least everyone in the country, right? Going to a central location. But then again, it is Texas.
And the thing is also, it's like the safety that was going around in TwitchCon as well, like with the foam pit thing, which to be fair, it wasn't Twitch that set that up. It was a different. But like the thing is with that, it's just like the Twitch is still responsible for that because they're the ones that are having that there.
TwitchCon foam pit is all I searched. Lenovo and Intel.
Intel.
But that's the thing too, is that like if you're gonna throw an event and you're gonna have an attraction at that event, you're still responsible for making sure that attraction is safe, right? Like you aren't gonna be like, okay, anyone can like set up a booth, and they're gonna be like, all right, well, we're doing our Russian roulette booth. It's like, what? No, you can't do that. Like someone will literally shoot themselves in the head. Yeah, but we're giving away a brand new computer for it. No, someone's going to die. Like you can't do that. You know, it's the same thing.
It wasn't just that, but it was just like someone got injured and they reopened the event later on.
They didn't know that they got hurt yet, but yeah,
really,
because like they fell and they went to they had like the medic on site like come and grab them, and they still had the attraction open. But yeah, like multiple people fell into this pit and hurt themselves, some minorly and some majorly. There's a creator that fell in and
broke to their
damaged their lower back and had to get parts of their spine fused together and are having nerve problems now. They're having difficulty like walking and just existing. Like their entire life has just changed because of this. But Twitch is still responsible. Intel Lenovo's booth is still responsible. And it's really weird because like this was also being shown on stream. And I feel so bad for the people that were commentating this little booth because they're the faces of this drastic, just devastating attraction, because they're sitting there saying like, oh yeah, you just fall right into the soft foam, and then a person falls in and literally breaks their back. And it's like, oh shit, and they have to keep playing it like it's safe.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too. They're trying to play it up as like a lighthearted thing that happened as well during the event, because they don't because it's the thing is with like announcers like that. For me, I was like, in a way, I thought at first it was like, hold on, the thought is processing.
You're getting there. You can do it.
Why would they react the way they reacted? Where it was just like, oh no, is she gonna get up kind of thing, but they didn't want to like overreact and be like, is she okay? Is she gonna be okay? Because like if they freak
still have
out,
to put on a show,
then other people freak out. It's like a big thing about announcers. The announcers can't really just freak out.
No, and I feel bad for them because those two got a lot of flack like the first day that it kind of happened. They're like, guys, we didn't know anything about this until the day before. You know. There was Lenovo Intel's foam pit, which was literally a layer of square foams about a foot deep and then solid concrete floor. So obviously there was like literally no testing that went into that, or no safety precautions that went into that, because you're standing on two like pillars and you're holding like the big foam Q-tip thing and you're trying to knock each other off. So their intent is for you to push the other person into the foam pit. It has to be safe. And the fact that it was literally just a foot of foam, and like you can always try to put blame on the victim. You absolutely cannot do that here, because when you're walking through it, it seems sufficient. But then in practicality, it isn't, you know, and until you're in that moment, you yourself are never going to truly appreciate like the observation that they made walking up to it, you know? So, Oh well, it's an incredibly unfortunate situation, and I really do hope something comes out of it. Someone needs to get sued. I would be surprised though if that, because I mean even other smaller injuries were like sprained ankles and just like a couple people like actually getting like some pretty gnarly bruises and almost like dislocating joints. Jesus. But there was at least 4 reported injuries associated with that foam pit. The worst being the content creator that broke her back.
Fuck.
So there was that.
Jeez. Yeah, that was crazy. And then other than the negatives about that happened to the event, it was like there was a lot of positives. It was like people got to meet their friends. They got to like have a lot of networking stuff happening there. I think that was like one of the other reasons why we didn't really want to go, was because like we were looking at the event, we were looking at the list of things to do. It was mostly just a meet and greet place. This is where we can all meet and say hi to your friends, which is like all the more reason to go. But if that's all there is to do for the ticket price, it's a lot.
I would have done it one day, because there's all of the different like developer booths, right? Like Capcom had a booth there, and the Capcom creators had a booth there. There was a couple of game publishers that had demos running there too. Yeah. And it was really cool too, because this was also the weekend that the Street Fighter 6 beta was out.
Oh, so they had it there.
And the Capcom had set up a stream booth on the Twitch floor, on the TwitchCon floor, for people to stream it. And so I remember Sushi did a stream from there for a couple of hours and played Street Fighter 6 from there. And that's super cool, right? Like, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I thought that was very, very cool. So we'll see what happens. If we'll make our own, TwitchCon.
We'll make our own TwitchCon, GameCon.
We'll call it
BreakfastCon.
We'll call it BreakfastCon. BreakfastCon. Yeah, that's what we'll call it.
I accidentally logged out of my account on my main account. Whoops. Let me just verify that it's me real quick.
Good job.
Hold on a second. No, I'll do that later. I better bring up our comments.
Good job, Skoy.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we can read comments, because we haven't done that.
We haven't done much.
Yeah, but we didn't do it last time either.
We did. I took it out from the other pod that we recorded.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Oh, I saw your thumbnail for the VOD channel for the Pokemon one. I just saw the thumbnail for it. That's really good.
Yep.
We always come prepared to these, by the way.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
By come prepared, I mean I woke up 30 minutes before we started recording this.
Yes. I got... Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about this. Is from Alpha Coa clips from the Twitch. How bad is the Twitch situation? Snack break that we did, where we covered like literally everything that's happening with the new what they posted about their blog. It was like a blog post
about the revenue sharing.
Yeah.
Yep.
This video might not appeal to lots for tiny streamer. I'm learning lots, and it's nice to know other options described. I dislike a lot of what Twitch is doing, but I get more interactions than YouTube. Maybe when rating becomes more intuitive, because I want to have fun streaming and making vids, but I also want to build something out of it and grow more. I mean, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just, I think the only thing with YouTube is that you have to think about growth differently. You can't title your streams, "Hey," and that's it, and then go live, kind of thing. Like
I
with
think
Twitch.
They're mostly talking about the community aspect though of it, right? Like the how easy on Twitch it is to network. Yeah. Just in rating and hosts, and how easy it is on platform with just the platform's own tools to network with new and different people, because that is understandably difficult on YouTube right now.
Yeah, it's different. It's very like all I can say is that it's different, and just to find streams and everything is can be really hard if that's not like what you're exactly looking for right from the get go, because it's like, how do you search for a live stream?
No, it's difficult. Though they're getting better. Did you notice that shorts are their own analytics now?
Yep, shorts are their own analytics, and not only that,
you can sort your VODs, or you can sort your videos, all your uploads by videos and shorts now. Oh, I love that.
wait, can you actually just do that right now?
Yeah, I did it on mobile, and you can just view only shorts.
Is there a
only
category?
uploads. Yeah, it's at the top of it.
I don't see that. I don't have that update yet.
What do you mean you don't have that update yet? Here, hold on. I'm gonna go into Gamer Breakfast. I'm gonna go into our thing. I'm gonna go to content, and then if you look up at the very top of it, it'll say shorts, videos,
yet.
and then you got shorts, and you can see all of our shorts.
I don't have that yet.
What? You don't have that?
I don't have that yet. I need to get search for an update on this thing, because I don't.
You need to get updated, boy.
I don't have it.
You need to get updated. It also has a separate tab for live as well. So it's separated videos, shorts, and lives. And I love that. Give us the different analytics for those different things so we can separate those analytics and sell those different parts to
advertisers.
Because you can share your stream analytics and be like, I would like to get a stream advertisement, please. And the sponsors can go, okay, well, what do your analytics look like for streams? Because before it was just shoving everything into one number. And then you're like, I've got 86 million views. And they're like, oh, that's sick. What about your published content? And you're like, 30?
It's very different. It's very cool. And like with YouTube as well, not to get too sidetracked about the comment.
That's already gone.
But I've been able for just reposting the old shorts that I had from my TikTok. I'm at like my second channel. I'm already at 527 subscribers, which is absolutely insane.
Your second channel has more than my main.
Gotta catch up. No, like shorts are very like, you make a good short and everything, it's very it's very consumable by the user, and because like I go to YouTube Shorts a lot personally, and it's bad.
I actually do too right now. I'm
addicted to it, and I uninstalled TikTok for that reason, and I'm just like, well, I can't uninstall YouTube because I watch it for other videos, and now I'm watching shorts.
That's how they get you.
Yep. But it's like they're giving out like multiple revenue shares for that as well. So in the future, I think starting 2023, they're gonna you can earn revenue from doing YouTube Shorts as well once you get partnered, which is cool.
No, but that's and Ko, I really appreciate that comment.
Yeah,
this is a lot about what we do is because we're small content creators too. However you perceive us, we are small content creators, and destigmatizing understanding the information, right, and actually seeking out and finding those answers and educating people on those things, that's one of our big goals when we have these kinds of conversations. So I really do appreciate you enjoying that, and I hope you do identify the tools that work for you and make them work for you, whether it be on Twitch or YouTube.
It's different for everyone.
And good luck.
Good luck. It's different for everyone. I'm not gonna like try to be like, no, you should stream on YouTube because X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, like stream on whatever platform you feel the most comfortable with, and wherever you feel like you can grow as yourself. However serious you want to take this social media and everything, because there's a lot of different ways where it's just like definitely growing on multiple different platforms will help. In the long run,
it always helps.
Oh yeah. You got one?
I'm trying to read quickly. If you have one for me to read, throw it at me. I can find it.
Dalai Lama for the YouTube.
Dalai Lama for the YouTube. Dalai Lama for the YouTube. YouTube. Dalai Lama for the YouTube. Oh, with
Fighting Cowboy.
Fighting Cowboy. God damn it! I'm not here. My brain's still not here.
We're fine.
Hi, it's me. Yeah, so Dalai Lama says, great pod, but sorry I couldn't resist. It definitely has been tempting with all that has been transpiring with Twitch to make the move. Also, that foreshadowing with TwitchCon, I know this was recorded way before it, but TwitchCon seemed to have been rough, so hanging out outside of it, probably a good call for you all, and it absolutely was.
Yup.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comment, Dolly. Really appreciate you. And yeah, it is. And I'm investigating it too. Literally, that conversation with Fighting Cowboy like swayed me from let's just sit on Twitch and see what happens to maybe we need to consider using YouTube's tools. And I've been spending a lot of time sitting down and looking at each tool that YouTube has, because that's the other thing too. You don't need to use them all.
No.
Right? And you don't need to do it all at once.
Yeah.
Just identify the things that you can use right now that help you develop a plan with that and use those things to build it in the right way. Fighting Cowboy gave a bunch of advice in that stream or in that podcast, and a bunch of different ways that you can use YouTube to your advantage, but you don't have to do them all. No. And that was the thing that I was getting overwhelmed with. I'm like, oh god, I gotta do this, gotta do this. Like, no. Just focus on one thing and do that, and then get really good at doing that one thing. And then once you're really good at doing that,
do the next
expand from there. Exactly.
That's what
I think that's my goal too.
Yeah, absolutely do that. I've been telling Liz that too, because she's looking into getting YouTube content creation as well, and she wants to make videos. And I told her, it's just like, start with small stuff, make a funny moments video, do whatever. Like, just get used to creating stuff, like editing, because it's a lot. It was overwhelming for me as well. Like I couldn't like figure out like a good way to make a video until like more or less recently, and even then like I've reached out to editors and stuff like that as well, because I'm just like, hey, I can't really do this, could you do this? Because like, yeah, you can manage it to a point where it's just like, let's say the money you earn from Twitch, like if you earn a lot of money, or let's say you stream on YouTube, the money you earn from YouTube, you can use that money and invest it to a video you want out there for an editor. Because let's say like, oh, I don't have any time to edit, but I'm getting money from Twitch and YouTube. Use that money for that if you want to. But yeah, just kind of take it step by step. If you want to look into shorts, YouTube shorts, because I feel like, I don't know if I would say it's easier, but it's easier in a sense of like, you can get
more manageable.
It's more manageable. You can get a 30-second clip, edit that up together, and then post it out there. If you want to go crazy with the edits in it, you can. It's entirely
that's what I would say. When we started doing the shorts for Gamer Breakfast, and when we were pushing them out every day, that was when I learned the most about video editing. And then that's when I started to appreciate shorts content a lot more. And then that's when I started, looking for other ways to edit, and, looking at other programs, right? Like I tried Premiere. I do not like Premiere. I'm back in Vegas. Because I figured out what was wrong with it. My Vegas was crashing every 30 minutes on a large edit. And it turns out I was making a mistake, and I fixed it. Now it works perfectly.
Proud.
But start small, and I think if you want to get into video editing content, starting with shorts is a great way. It is a bite-sized, really manageable, you can see the beginning and the end very, very clearly as you're editing. Whereas with a big video project, I want to make a video essay that's an hour and a half long, that is a huge overtaking.
Huge. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right now with one video I'm working on, but it's a lot. But
you've also been editing for a while, so you can kind of parse with yourself a clear beginning, middle, end, and work towards that. But when you're brand new at content creation, it's very easy to get demoralized and get hung up on completing everything perfectly all the way through until you get to the very end. Because even just shorts teaches you good habits, watching the segment and then, okay, this is the segment that I want, and then cutting that segment down into just the relevant parts, and then making finer edits, and then putting in the goofy edits on top of it, and then captions, and then maybe an image you want it to pop up, and then there it is. And you did it in a short, manageable amount of content. Right. I think that just once you start doing shorts, really starts to open your eyes up, the possibilities of, larger video creation.
It's crazy how much you can do. Do shorts or do short clips on YouTube, because depending on have it separate. That's what I plan on doing with the second channel myself, is eventually taking clips from streams, editing it, and then having a fun little clip for that day kind of thing. So yeah,
I have one more.
You have one more.
I have one more.
You have one more. All right, go for it.
Yeah, uno más. Okay. So this is from the how bad is the Twitch situation SnackBreak that we did, and this was a response to how do y'all feel about how do y'all feel with this, right? The comment that we left on there. This was from Tyken Roost, and I only bring this up for two reasons. I was literally talking to Roost about this the day before we released this podcast, and it was actually perfect timing. He says, very relieved. We had Jal check in one day and someone in chat brought up the Twitch is screwing us over topic. I wasn't too sure what was messing with us, but peeps, even my IRL roommate said that you have to start making a habit of running mid rolls in order to make it enough for pay. Now for real, my small brain can't wrap around a lot and understand what's going on, but my only concern was not to run mid rolls. Thank you, Jal, for explaining that. You're welcome. And I've been asking chat if anything was interrupting stream midway, and there was no solid answer. And that was the main thing that I wanted to know. Overall, thank you guys for explaining. You are welcome. Because that's the thing, right? Because like, you get hung up in this, and then the people that aren't in the know assume they're in the know, and then they make up some misinformation. That misinformation gets spread around as fact, and that's like the only time that I feel compelled to correct anybody is when it's misinformation that I know is going to get misconstrued and spread throughout the internet. Yeah. And then I still look like an asshole, but I really don't care. I guess the only thing that I've had to worry about is getting over that stupid righteous mentality of I don't want to look like scum. I don't want to look scummy if the ads are legitimate, going to help the streamer, and that's a decision that you have to make with yourself. Yeah. I also want to say. Oh, actually, I'm going to leave that one. Well, no, yeah, we can say this. Yeah. Also want to say that my bad for reaching out while offered about explaining the detail of the ad stuff. Oh yeah, because I had messaged him about this. Usually I'm intimidated reaching out bigger peeps, but TBH, the timing of this upload couldn't have been better. And thank you guys for that. I learned a lot. Always reach out, please. I don't know about Skoj. His DMs are a little bit on lock, but you can always reach out to me. For me, you can do it in the comments. You can shoot us a message on Discord or on Twitter or anything like that. We do this because we want to help you guys, right? We want to share. We want to collaborate. Information should not be coveted and kept like smaug. No, we want to make sure that everyone has the tools and the resources, because we learn things too. We get things wrong, and people tell us, and we learn all the time.
I've been doing a lot of research with it as well. When it first started happening, and that's when I was watching a lot of videos. I was listening to a lot of videos while I was working, and I was just like, "Are we fucked?" And that's when I like messaged you about it, because you have no, we're not fucked. You have a more understanding with what's going on with a lot of this, because you're also a partner with Twitch, which doesn't like really change anything about the information.
Changes nothing.
It changes nothing, but it was just the fact that you understood it a lot better than what I did.
Yeah and
you explained in a way where it's just like, we're not fucked.
Yeah,
we're fine.
And that's the big reason why we did that snack break too, is because we had that conversation and Skoj got really anxious about it, and I was like, dude, it's all good. And I'm like, wait, other people are going through this too. We should do that snack break.
Yeah, that's why we kind of scrapped the other scrap break we were gonna post, and we decided to do this one instead, because it was just like,
that one was lame anyways. You don't want to see that curse content.
It was fine. It was fun. It was just like, it had no relation to like what was happening at all.
Yeah.
So we knew what we wanted to talk about. We knew how to go about it and what to really say about the situation, and a lot of people were being confused about what's actually going on. So
yeah. To touch on one more part of Tyken Roost's comment there. Okay. But to touch on that one last comment is, I don't want to look scummy. I don't want to look like scum for running ads.
Oh.
It's about using the tools that the platform gives you.
Yeah.
I have personally decided that I do not want to run ads anymore. And I personally believe that if you are not partnered and you are not getting the ad incentive program, that you should absolutely not run ads.
Nope.
Until they are paying you that extra 55% on ads, do not run mid-roll ads. Don't do it. If you are a partner and you have the access to the ad incentive program, consider it. But make sure that it works for your content. Run manual ad breaks. If you're really invested on doing it, run manual ad breaks. Make sure that you can script in breaks into your content that line up with ad breaks so that your community doesn't miss a beat. Tuner had an amazing idea. Tuner, I love you so much. This was such a good idea. You talked about this on Twitter, and what Tuner did is going to do, because for their ad incentive program this month, they have to run like 4 minutes of ads every hour. It's a big one.
That's
4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, October's offers were fucked, but it is money that is directly going to help out Tuner, and he's been very, very transparent about. This is money that is guaranteed to me just for running ads, and I can script in ad content. I can script in ad breaks into my content very easily. So what he proposed to do was, when he goes on break, throw up the break screen, throw up an ad, and then say, "Hey guys, let's watch this video during the ad break, just like a dumb video from YouTube, and then when we come back, we'll react to it." It's just a little mini react with the community, and it can be anything. And you can take that even further, where people can suggest videos, using channel point redeems, and suggest a video to react to during the ad break. And then you get to do this kind of pseudo content share that's built into the ad break, so the people that are watching ads can just watch that instead, and then still have a way to interact with you when they come back from the ad break. And those that aren't watching the ad break still get to interact with your content in the exact same way. I thought that was so smart, so intelligent, absolutely genius. And you can take that and apply it any way you want. Guys, listen to this song while we're gone. Like, I'm gonna share the song. Or you can just turn on media share during the ad break even, right? Because it still pops up a link in the chat, and people that are in the ad can just click on that and watch it too. There's a lot of different ways that you could go about scripting in manual ad breaks. But that's only if you're gonna use that. And if you're going to do it, be transparent.
I think that's the best way to go about it, because otherwise people are going to complain.
Well, like, straight up, because like Tuner was like, listen, like, if I ran this many ads, like, how would you guys feel? Like, I want to do it this way. And someone said, honestly, I wouldn't watch. And he goes, that's fine, homie. I got to pay bills, and this is paying for those bills. Yeah. That's the transparency right there, because content creation is not cheap.
No. And I'm glad the person said that too, because that's them being transparent as well. He asked for the transparency, and he replied saying that, I mean, realistically for myself, if I were not subbed as well, this goes for anyone. Because like the thing is with Twitch, you can't really go back on the timeline and watch back at that stream for what you missed. I mean, you can, you just have to go to the VODs, click the stream, and go back a little bit, which is totally like really roundabout way to go about it. But it's just like, for me, just hopping in to enjoy a stream, for me personally, I probably would not want to watch 4 minutes of ads right in the middle. That's for me personally.
And it's really hard to make that decision, but you got to make it for yourself too, right? Because remember, running mid-rolls, disabled, pre-rolls, it's just understanding the tools and how to use them. Because like I said, even with YouTube, on Twitch, you don't have to use every tool. I've decided I'm not running ads anymore. Mid-rolls, that's what's supposed to exist. I don't care about that. I'm also not pushing bits or subs or any other on-site monetization. I'm done with that. Yeah. Because if I'm not going to, I just don't want to push monetization with YouTube or with Twitch anymore. So the sub's still going to be there, and the only benefit for the sub is to use some of the emotes throughout the site. That's it. Everything else is going on BTTV, and I'm setting up a Patreon to do subscription tiers. And then if I switch to YouTube, I'm going to move it all over there instead. It's all about just understanding what are the tools and how to use them best for your content. But whatever you choose to use, just be transparent about it. Make sure the community understands what your intent is. And if it feels scummy to you, just readdress it or tell people to suck it up. Like, it's a job, right? We're talking about monetization. That's the other thing too, is like everyone got so upset about the 70-30 split. Even just viewers are like, man, 70-30 split sucks. Like, yeah, doesn't it? Anyways, I'm gonna run ads so I make a guaranteed paycheck. Wait, no, you're gonna do what? That interrupts my free viewing experience. I'm not paying you a dime to be here, and now you want me to watch ads for you for free? No, I'm out. It's like, you? Yeah, no. People want to do this for a living. Yeah. And we have monetization options, and some of them work out really well for people and some of them don't. and it's up to us to make those decisions on what we want to use. And if you don't want to watch a streamer because they are monetizing, goodbye.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch them anymore. I'm sorry. Right? But we put a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of work into this stuff. And for some of us, we want to turn this into a job. And this is one of the ways that helps us do that.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
If you're that guy, I'm sorry, but also not really.
With that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. If you guys are listening to us on Spotify, we'll be back to making shorts eventually. What?
That reminded me of something I have to talk to you about afterwards. I'm making a note for myself. Making a note. We will
be back to making shorts eventually, but for right now, I think we're gonna slowly ease into this again instead of just being like hardcore. Let's go. All right, short every day.
Let's get back into it. Go. No, I would actually lose my mind. I would literally go insane.
Yeah, so for right now, we'll kind of ease, but we're easing back into everything right now because it's like after the con, it was a lot for us to just immediately go back to everything, like full-time job, trying to like recuperate our own channels and try to like figure out everything again. So it's
making a schedule was so hard. I made my schedule and I was like, I don't want to do any of this shit.
Photoshop. But with that, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening. And we will see you guys in the next episode with another amazing guest.
Boop, 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 boop. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.